What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Tuesday. I come bearing some news for you. And look, I know it's supposed to be behind enemy lines, but that's going to be a little bit later. But appreciate you tuning in. We are live here right now. We're going to talk about some Eagles news, 6 roster moves, along with the practice squad there. So, yeah, we're going to get into that, but I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. Any questions or comments you have on any of this stuff, please feel free to leave it down below. We'll take a look at all of these moves. Then we'll look at the practice squad and the depth chart updated now with these moves. So let's jump right into this bad boy. We'll talk about the 6 moves that were made. You see with the, obviously, the main picture here, Robert Quinn is placed on IR. That's the big news there, I guess. Robert Quinn, we talk about his lack of production in the 60 snaps he saw, 2 tackles, 2 quarterback hits, not really doing much there. And he was brought in to be depth. We talked about maybe that knee issue was something that was nagging him. Looks like it could be that way. He's been placed on IR. So we'll see. He's eligible to come back at the end of the season if we even need him. But come playoff time, we could always use the depth. So, hey, but regardless, he is on IR now. And, activated off of IR was Janarius Robinson. So you just replace Robert Quinn with Janarius Robinson. And he was an intriguing pickup, long body, tall kid, kind of like Derek Barnett. When we lost him, that's the kid we picked up. So he's been on IR, but we'll see if he can produce with limited reps. Really don't need him that much, but Sweat and Graham, we're going to need some depth behind him. So that is Janarius Robinson for now with Robert Quinn on IR. Then you see release from the active roster, Andre Sacheret. Now, for me, that tells me one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Avonte Maddox will be ready to come off of IR. So let's go. Hopefully, Andre Sacheret ends back on the practice squad. Nobody picks him up. That would be great. But for now, that was a move that was made, and it looks like that will be the corresponding move there. Avonte Maddox coming back. Now, released from the practice squad was Kwan Baker, who was signed last week. Javelin Guidry, signed a couple weeks ago, and Anthony Rush also signed last week. So a revolving door there on that practice squad as always, bringing in guys, just making sure you are prepared, especially in areas where you are injured. So look, not a big deal there, but you've got a few open practice squad spots now. So we'll see where the Eagles decide to go there. What is going on, my man? Joseph in the building. Nice to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. I know I caught you right at the end the other day. Appreciate you taking the time. This is going to be a quick one here, but I will be back later tonight with Behind Enemy Lines talking about those Giants. So hope to see you then too. Maddox coming back is huge. And that's one of the things I've talked about the last couple of weeks. Remember, Avonte Maddox will come back. CJ Gardner-Johnson will come back at the end of the year. Next week, Dallas Goedert is eligible to come back. This team is only going to get better. So you see the media, a lot of the fans finally jumping aboard, finally seeing what we've been talking about since the offseason. And it's truly beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. I love to see it. Yeah, hurts for MVP indeed. It's beautiful to see people jumping aboard now. It was tough, trying to get people just to be a fan, to convince them the development was real. And now you see, man, what a quick turnaround. We knew they would be fans, but holy hell. Great job. Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman, all the, coaches here, the front office, the players, everybody stepping up and, doing exactly what we talked about this offseason, building that dynasty. So it's beautiful to see the media and everyone finally catching on in week 13. Well, now we're in week 14. So, took them a minute. But you see here now the updated practice squad with those 3 players released. You have, on the offensive side of the ball, more players again. And this is always funny to watch because, man, these guys are really getting cut, getting signed. So you really got to keep up with this. But you've still got Devin Allen there, Fred Johnson and Tyrese Robinson with Cameron Tom on the offensive line. Then you've got Auden Tate and Greg Ward as receivers, and then Noah Togiai as a tight end. Defensive side of the ball, you see there, Blair Ellis stepped in, did great on for that practice squad elevation on Sunday, did great on special teams. Mario Goodrich there, Teron Jackson, Davian Taylor, and then Matt Leo with the player exemption. So you've got some spots here, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't know where they'll go here, but you've got like 4 open spots. So definitely going to be an influx of players in the next couple of days. So I'll definitely be trying to get this stuff in when I can. I will drop videos whenever I can make them and then drop them for you. But I'll do my best to keep up with that and the Avonte Maddox news. Now, updated depth chart. We're going to take a look at this defense now with the changes made. as I mentioned earlier, Robert Quinn just essentially, you switch him and Janarius Robinson. That's literally all I had to do for the graphic. So you see there, Janarius Robinson is now the depth, and Robert Quinn is on IR. Then the other change you will see here, CJ Gardner-Johnson still down there, but I took out Andre Sasha-Ray. And look, Avonte Maddox will be back, so that'll be great. You'll have Josiah Scott now as that depth piece that Andre Sasha-Ray was being used as, someone that can play some corner and some safety, and he will help on special teams. So you've got Josiah Scott essentially taking on that role now. So perfectly fine with that move. I love Andre Sasha-Ray, but I totally understand the move. That's all I've got for you right now, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I will be back later tonight behind enemy lines talking about those New York Giants. So I hope to see you a little bit later tonight. But what time is behind enemy lines? That's a great question. I was shooting for 7:30, but don't quote me on that. So I'm going to try, Joseph. As soon as I know, I will make I'll at least set it up so that you'll know the time, and I'll make sure that you know when that is, my man. But hope to see you then. Sorry, my schedule is so insane, and the things I have to do and family stuff on top of it, it makes it hard to have like a dedicated time, and especially when they're always breaking news. So I apologize for that, man. And hopefully one day we will have a set time for you. But 29 total touchdowns, and we talked about that, 5 or fewer turnovers, right? And we talk about the only player since 2000 to be able to do that in the first 12 games of the season. What was it? Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Jalen Hurts. That's right. So, yes, 29 touchdowns. And, yeah, people can keep hating, but I'm going to keep educating, man. This team is for real. My man, Drew, in the building. Let's go. Just dropping some breaking news on you guys. Not so breaking anymore, but dropping it when I can for you. I will be back later, though, tonight, my man. And I hope to see you then. Going to be breaking down these Giants. So, didn't know we were going. Yeah, baby, let's go. Going live here, and I'm going live later tonight, too. So, finding the time to do it. I like being live with you guys. I love being able to talk to you, hear your thoughts, everything that you guys have to say. So we're going to shoot for that tonight. Not going to be a recorded one. Dean looked great. Had 15 snaps, came in, led the team with tackles, had like 5 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. I mean, the dude did great. So we talk about how good he is, but he's got Kaiser White and TJ Edwards in front of him. So it's a good problem to have. And when he does get a chance to play, he will be a stud. He will be the future at linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, hell yeah. He looked great, man. Loved it. Can't wait. Yo, my man. Let's go. A legend. I appreciate that, dude. I'm trying to build myself to that status. But if you consider me one, then I greatly appreciate that, man. I truly can't thank you enough. You guys are way too kind with the things you always have to say, but I'm just doing my best out here, trying to counteract all the misinformation and keep you guys up to date with what's going on. And this offseason, it was like, look, all these people can be mad at me and yell at me, and it's like, but let's just realize what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people on board to be Eagles fans and get excited instead of being miserable. That's all I want. And I don't want to control you, tell you what to do. But when it's misinformation, that is, oh, Jalen Hurts can't develop. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, they're switching to a defense they ran last year. No, we already ran it last year. It's just, I have to counteract that. I can't. That's why I started this on my deathbed. It's just too much, right? Like there's way too many content creators, media members that just say the same exact thing, and they all regurgitate what the last one said. And it's like, I gotta be the difference, man. And for those of you who enjoy that, who like me standing against the grain, look, I that's just how I've always been. I'm gonna seek the truth. So means the world to hear you say that, man. And I hope to see you then later tonight. As I said to Joseph here, I think around 7:30 is when it's going to be. Not around 8. I'm not going to go past 9. I just got some things to do here, and I'll be home, load those pictures up. So it's going to be it's going to be pushing it, but I'm going to try for 7:30, guys. Do you think Quinn been playing with issues with his knee? And that's a great question, Drew. That's something I brought up. Is that something that's been lingering? Because even at 32 years old, he's been able to dominate, right? Or 34 or whatever. But I think it's okay that if it is a knee issue, it's like, oh, okay, well, then at least it was something, because his production was there. And it really wasn't this year with the Bears, but that team sucks. So it was hard to gauge what was going on. I thought for a 4th-round pick, it's worth a shot. You need rotational pieces. Once you lost Derek Barnett, it's like, So it's a depth piece, but it's still, I just think it's when you win Super Bowls with a rotation, right? And we've talked about that. And we added the rotation interior wise now. And now it's the outside where you're like, I love the starters. I love Sweat. I love Reddick. I love Graham. But Johnson and Johnson and Robinson now. And it's like, okay, well, so look, but they stay fresh. These guys can dominate. I love this defense. So much respect to you too, Joseph, Drew, Marlo, every single one of you that tuned in, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this later just to get some news. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to catch you later for Behind Enemy Lines. Going to be a good one. Divisional opponent. So I put a lot of work into that. These shows, the Behind the Enemy Lines one is probably the worst one because I create so many graphics for it. And it's like, why do you give yourself so much work? But look, I enjoy doing it. It's fun to do. It really is. And when you guys appreciate it, enjoy it, that's when I know I'm like, that's why I'm doing this. So can't do this without any of you. So as I always say, and I truly mean, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. You need some help with something, or you just want to talk about birds, whatever it is, please feel free to do so. But I will be back later tonight. I hope to see you then. And until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You stay safe out there. And as always, go birds!